Hello beautiful ladies. In this video I am going to talk about what I learned from the most successful women in history. What's the best way to succeed in life? There are no shortcuts, that's what they say, right? I decided to find out firsthand and ask some of the most successful women in history what they thought was the secret to their success. What I found was shocking, inspiring and even encouraging. They all learned from each other. From Marie Curie to Oprah Winfrey, here's how you can learn from the most successful women in history. They pursued their passions. Instead of settling into a career that would make her father proud, Cleopatra VII became one of Egypt's most famous rulers. Joan of Arc achieved greatness on her own terms, becoming an inspirational figure and military leader who led France to victory during its 100 Years' War with England. While these examples are centuries apart, their self-determination was just as valuable then as it is now. As females become more visible at traditionally male professional events like conferences and networking sessions, we can take cues from these women who proved that achieving your goals and standing out as a woman aren't mutually exclusive. People are unique. Our passions are what set us apart and make us interesting to others. Pursuing your passion isn't just a good idea, it's almost a necessity for living an enjoyable life. It gives you meaning, energy and direction for your life. If you don't know what you love, start exploring. Talk to people about their hobbies or work-related interests and see if it gets you excited too. Maybe it won't be something that directly relates to your career, but it can inspire new ideas or teach you valuable skills that will help later on down the road. They set goals. Why do you want to achieve your goal? What steps do you need to take? For each step, how much time will it take and what resources will you need? The more specific your goals are and the more detailed your action plan is, greater chance of success. How will you hold yourself accountable? Enlist a friend or family member as a sounding board or someone who can keep you on track. They pushed boundaries. In 1948, chemist Rosalind Franklin got a peek at an X-ray diffraction pattern. At first glance, it appeared to be nothing but fuzzy smears. It was not until years later that scientist Maurice Wilkins shared a complete picture of DNA's structure with Watson and Crick. It was then that they knew they had been studying her photograph all along. She was just a few months shy of turning 32 when she died, decades too soon for a woman who pushed boundaries every day of her life, even beyond science in spite of it. Her portrait appears on Britain's first banknote featuring a female scientist, right under Sir Isaac Newton's gaze and just above Alexander Fleming's mold spores. They didn't take no for an answer. When Bessie Coleman was rejected by flight school due to her gender, she didn't quit. She took her money and started her own flight school, becoming one of America's first black female pilots and a role model for countless other women who have since followed in her footsteps. Success isn't about knowing it all or doing everything right. It's about pushing through failure, tackling setbacks and learning from them as you go. They asked questions. Successful people are not afraid to ask questions. The smartest ones don't even wait for their elders and betters to answer. They just get answers themselves. Paddy Chayefsky, writer of Marty and Network, was once fired because he simply asked too many questions of his boss. Then he went home and created two of television's greatest dramas, Marty and The Human Factor. Don't be afraid to ask questions. The world is a classroom. Always be willing to learn something new. You never know when you might discover your next big opportunity. They took risks. It's hard to get ahead when you're stuck in your comfort zone. Take risks and fail. Repeat as necessary until you have succeeded. That doesn't mean go out of your way to be reckless, but don't be afraid to try something that you think might work. Most of my favorite successes happened because someone took a chance on an unconventional idea or person. So if there's a part of your life where you feel stuck, take a big leap. There's nothing to lose. And who knows? You may find yourself living vicariously through me someday. They were bold, they were brave, they made mistakes and they had fun. Of course, anyone can learn something important and surprising by reading biographies of historically great men, but don't overlook female role models as well. Women who have made their mark on history have much to teach us about courage, resilience, and perseverance, and are an inspiring reminder that even a woman born centuries ago could accomplish what we dream of doing today. What might you learn from these brilliant young ladies? Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe us to see more valuable videos.